Oh, isn't that a cracking little number? Number 1 in the Burgmuller 25 easy and progressive piano studies, and this is called La Candeur or Frankness. Hey everybody, welcome to Keyboard Skills Pro. My name's Tom Horton. Thanks for joining me today for a lovely and relaxing piano tutorial. And if you've seen any of my videos here on YouTube, you may know this tutorial. Of course, is the arabesque, and we've also done the tarantelle, lots of Burgmuller videos, and this one we've been trying to record for a while, but things have got in the way. So here we go. So if you've always wanted to learn the first of the Burgmuller 25 easy and progressive studies for the keyboard piano, this video is for you. I'm going to take you through step by step on how to play this particular piece of music, and we're also going to put the scores on the screen. So let's start off with the first line. So first of all, let's notice at the beginning, we have got the treble and the bass clef. So that means that our right hand is going to be playing up here, and our left hand is going to be playing down here. Instead of 4/4 at the beginning, we have a C, and that means common time. 4 beats in the bar, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, a bit like my metronome here. That is the most common count in music. Hence, we sometimes put a C instead of 4/4, but it means the same thing. We've got some wonderful chords on the left hand. We're going to take a look at those in just a minute, and some beautiful flowing quavers. Really nice little piece. There's some wonderful bits in the middle, some lovely harmonies and different things going on. And I'm going to show you not only how to play this piece as an exercise, but also trying to turn it into a lovely little piece of music. So let's go through the first section. Okay, and we're starting off down here, not on middle C, but we're starting on the second space of the bass clef, which is of course the C under middle C. We have 3 spaces, and if we do the rhyme of all 4, it's all cows eat grass. So we've got the cows, the eat, and the grass. So we've got a C major chord. So we're going to hold that down nice and gently. 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice then how those 2 spaces at the middle and the top, they move up to the F and A lines, but we keep the C at the bottom. So that's an F major chord, but with a C in the bass. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we return to the C chord. Look on the 3rd bar. 1, 2, 3, and hold 2, 3, 4. Because those lines going between the 2 chords on bars 3 and 4 are in fact tie lines. So that means we hold the chord down through all the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4. And those chords support all the wonderful quavers going on the top. The next line, we drop down to this chord. So we're going to go under the C, look to the B, and then we're going to put an F and a G on the top. Now that's called a G7 chord. It's a pushy kind of chord. It wants to push back to the chord of C, and you can see that in the next bar log. So here we go, line 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to go back to the C chord, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, we're then going to have a complete change, and we're going to introduce an F sharp look. So we now need to move our hand up a little bit to D. The next line is F. That's got the sharp on it, look. Miss the A, and then the middle C line. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then what you're going to do, these 2 notes at the top here are just going to come towards each other. They're going to go towards each other. F sharp goes to G, C, middle C goes to B. 2, 3, 4. Let go of the D, and you play with those 2 fingers there. Okay, so that's the first section, really pleasant. Let's count it through. 1, 2, 3, 4. C chord, F chord on a C, back to the C chord, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Now we put our index finger on F, keep the thumb on the G, little finger drops to B, look. 2, 3, back to the C chord, 2, 3, lift up, make that D chord, F, sharp, D at the bottom, C at the top, it's D7, 2, 3, and bring together, G, 2, 3. You can hear the ending, look. The end. Hey, Hey, I think that's really straightforward, isn't it? So if you practice that, you can almost memorise some of those chords. What I've actually done for you for this lesson, I've produced an annotated PDF of this very piece, and I've put some sketches on and some chord symbols. So if you'd like to get that, sign up to patreon.com/Keyboard Skills Pro. And if you sign up for silver level or above to support my channel, you'll get access to loads of bonus videos and bonus PDFs. So please do support the channel if you can, and if nothing else, hit the old subscribe button. Okay, let's play that through one more time. And hold. G7. Back to C. Move up to the D7. 2, 3, 4, G. Okay, so nice and straightforward. Let's pop on for a second now the metronome. We're going to put on 152. That's actually the speed that Burgmuller recommends. Sometimes it's often felt that Burgmuller's tempos were perhaps a little too fast on some of his pieces. So you might find just a slightly slower speed than this being a little bit more musical. So if I take that down maybe to about 140, that might work out as a slightly 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Hold to lift and G7, C chord, D7, and to G. There you go. So that's the left hand of the first part of number 1 of the 25 Easy and Progressive Studies by Burgmuller. That is Johann Friedrich Burgmuller. I think I was told by somebody when you're saying German, you must perch your lips on the U, Burgmuller, not Muller, Burgmuller. And that's called La Candeur or Frankness. Okay, let's take a look now at the right hand, gang. The right hand starts on the high G. Okay, and all you have to do with this is have these beautiful, sweet flowing quavers. So quavers, or eighth notes as we call them, are going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. So it's 2 to every click. So it's really smooth, really flowing, very nice. Let's take a slightly slower tempo now as we teach you how to play the right hand of the first section. Okay, so we're going to go G, E, D, C. Actually, if you play that all together, look, with the C chord, you get like a ballad. A bit like the Carpenters, isn't it? Hey, well, you know, Burgmuller was a few hundred years before the Carpenters, but, you know, things make their way through, don't they? So, we would play G, E, D, C. Now, notice it says at the beginning, it says piano, the little P means quiet, and dolce means sweetly. So we don't want to go too heavy, and we're going to go nice and smooth. And then we go up a whole octave to the next C above. That's on that second bar, look, that double line. Okay, F is the end, is the last line of the stave. A is the first little extra ledger line. C is the next line after that. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, stretch. Now we're going to go C, F, sorry, B, get my letters right. C, A, G, F. So that's actually, look, the same pattern, look. There you go, look, C, A, G, F, C, A. So that's the nice little chord. In fact, what he's playing there is a C major 9. They almost turned into a Burt Bacharach kind of song, couldn't we? So, and I'm sure probably, you know, Richard Carpenter, Burt Bacharach, maybe they studied these as young pianists, who knows? Okay, up to the C. So you've got to finish on your thumb, look, stretch that C up, then bring your 3 fingers up, look, to make that same shape. Now, when we get to the thumb on F, we're going to squeeze our hand together, putting the G on the little finger, look. And we're going to go G, E, D, C, cross over to B, back to C, miss the D this time. Watch out for this third bar. It's easy to invent what's not there. B, C, E, F. There you go, look. So it goes down through D, cross over, back to the C, and then you don't want to play the D again, you want to jump to E, which then pushes us to F, and then back to G. Fourth bar, which then does that. So you've got to be careful there because it's easy to do this. And that's not what's there. So just be careful you don't invent something slightly different than this. It's sort of Chinese whispers kind of thing, you know, you don't want to get it wrong as you're going along. So G, E, D, C, B, crossing over, look, to the B, back to the thumb, stretch the 3, 4 and F, G, E, D, C, B, C, but this time these two move down, D, E. Okay, watch out for that. But notice how the whole thing is flowing. Let's watch that whole line. Look, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and stretch and 2 and stretch and squeeze. Cross, hop, down the same, then scale up. Okay, so that's that line. You see how it's flowing? So da 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 da. Isn't it a beautiful little melody? So sweet, so simple. Next line, look. Now this is where it gets a little easier because we have little scales. G down to D. That goes with that G chord, which we'll talk about in a minute. So little scales, look. Then F. See how I'm all in the one position there, gang? Now we're going to cross over now 3 to B, and we're going to do a little, what I call stepping stone climbing. So we go B, A, then the same pattern but C, B. So it goes up, look, to D, down the scale, and then G, B, C, D, home to G. Now, of course, we're finishing on a G chord. A G chord goes back to C. So it pushes us round, but it's also finishing, it modulates or changes key. So it's actually finishing in G major, which then can go back round again. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. I'm going to suggest a tempo of 140. While you're practicing, I would go down to about 115. Let's try it with a metronome. Nice and smooth. Slightly building. There we go. Look at how I build, look, as I go to the top. Just a little pressure, not very much. Slowly crescendoing and dying away. So even at 115, it gets a move on, you know, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... But if we then go up to 152, I don't know, I just think sometimes it's a bit silly. It's just too fast. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and da 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 da. You know, I mean, it's I actually played semiquavers there by mistake, but you know, pick a speed that you feel is musically correct. I mean, so especially maybe some of the younger learners, you might just want to go a bit. I'm going to go for 140, just to sort of split the difference. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and just nice and smooth, and just allows it, I think, just to have that little bit more musicality. Okay, gang, let's finish this video by putting the left hand with the right hand. Okay, so we've got to get our hands set up. Right, so I've gone either side of middle C, look. I'm going to go down to C, and then I'm going to go up to C, and that's my starting position. Okay, so thumbs on middle C, hop away, thumb up, little finger down. Okay, right, here we go then, gang. 1, 2, 3, 4. So notice how I'm holding the chords down, look. To the very last moment, watching out for that little bit. Now you see there, look, why we don't play the chord again. It doesn't need it because we've got a lot of changing going on with that particular sound. So the chord just dies away. There's the changer. Isn't that nice? How, because people always think with a G chord you've got to have a G on the bass, and you don't. You can have an inversion, a different bass. Now in this case we're choosing the B, look, from the chord. It makes it a bit easier to connect, otherwise you'd have to go down there. So that's why Burgmuller does that. So watching out here. Little scale, C chord, moving up, and as I move up, look, I cross my third finger over, steps, scale, and together. Hear that change, look? The, and then we finish, repeat. Let that rest be heard, don't forget. Set. Little swelling there from the volume. Focus on the right hand. Oh, isn't that lovely? Really nice little piece by Johann Friedrich Burgmuller. So if you'd like to get the annotated PDF, folks, please do subscribe to patron.com. It's a great way of helping my channel grow and supporting it, and I'll put lots of hints and tips on there on the score with my lovely pencil to help you out. Please do join me in part 2 of this tutorial, and if you'd like to learn some other pieces by Burgmuller, we've got Arabesque on here, Harmony of the Angels, Tarantelle, there's lots to choose from, plus loads of videos on organ, keyboard and music theory. So enjoy learning Frankness, and thanks so much for watching Keyboard Skills Pro. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.